All right, thank you for joining me. I'm putting another great video together. As you can see, I got the drone out, and I have to talk over the video because the drone has no audio. And even if it did, all you'd hear was wing from the motors. So, what I'm doing is I'm down at Cape Arago out of Charleston, Oregon. And I'm looking at this layer of interstitium balls. That's what I call them. They would call them concretions, geological concretions. See, this is supposed to be a sedimentary deposit. So if this is a sedimentary deposit, there's absolutely no reason for a layer of geological concretions to be in a fabric with what looks like not connective tissue, but fascia over top of it. Okay, there's no reason because it's sediment. So sediment is just a bunch of stuff that's already formed that ends up piling up somewhere because of currents or whatever and forming, a deposit of stuff, trash, garbage, whatever it might be. So why, according to geological theory, these concretions are formed under heat and pressure, and there'd be no heat and pressure because the stuff would have already had to have been formed to even get into a sedimentary deposit. So why is it laying here? Why is it laying here? Why is this fabric here with all these balls? Now this end of it shows, I'm standing way above it. You'll see here at the end of the video, I'm about 80 feet above this layer. So why are these balls in here and the fabric they're in? And I'm going to show you some stuff here. I got you'll see just so many of these balls out of the fabric and in the fabric. And why are they here? Because it makes no sense, according to geological theory, to have a layer of concretions, especially this many, in a fabric like this. Why? And every time I get a geology says, well, you're just a retard. Really? Okay, well, then straighten me out. If I'm a retard, straighten out my retardedness, okay? Because to me, this is a bunch of BS, bad science, okay? So straighten me out. If I don't know what I'm talking about, then straighten me out. What's this? Why are these concretions laying here in a fabric and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these balls in a layer? Why? Okay. Now I'm going further down this same spot. I'm showing you this whole layer along through here. And there's layer after layer of these also on the other side and above these with a separation of membrane. This is not a sedimentary deposit. I'm sorry, but it's impossible for this to be there, be a sedimentary deposit, and this be geological concretions because they're not where they should be to be formed. Now, you see how they're like almost like a cocoon in there? Remember all those balls that are loose back at the first part of the video? They're inside of there. Inside of all those things you're seeing there are all those balls. Why? Freaking why? No, I'm serious. Why would they be there? Why would they be formed in sandstone, which is just sediment? You see? This is some critical thinking that needs to be done, but nobody wants to do any critical thinking. They just want to dismiss it. Oh, nothing to see here. Move along. My brain don't work that way. So if I'm a retard, explain my retardation to me, Mr. Geologist, because your theory makes absolutely no sense with this laying in sandstone. Do you dig it? Do you get it yet? Do you get it yet? And please don't regurgitate some theory that's total BS, bad science to me. I want to know why and how this all formed and got that way. Look, you see the strapping on top of that stuff? Look at this strapping. This is what I'm talking about. It could be fascia, a layer of fascia that got eroded down that was holding this stuff in place. You understand what I'm saying? This is 100% biological, man. I'm sorry, it might not be able for your mind to handle it, but it is what it is because it's not geological, because the theory is wrong. Then you need to come up with a new theory because your theory you had is wrong. It's wrong. And so, what is all the blonde sand? We don't know if it's the aqueous area behind it, inside of between a membrane. I mean, so much of this is hard to understand because the way it's transitioned, the way it's, like in stone and sand and things like that, and trying to understand what they are. So, we're trying to unravel it or trying to figure it out, but we absolutely know it's not geological. The theory of geological concretions would not hold water right here at all. Absolutely not. They shouldn't be here. They can't be here according to their theory of how concretions are even formed. What, these things roll around in a volcano and got pooped out right here into the sedimentary deposit? That makes no sense. That's taphany, which is being eroded away, which looks to me like some type of a skin or something like that. I'm not sure. Okay, here's another angle looking out from the ocean, looking back to where I'm standing up on top of that. Those were membranes right there, those different layers. And here I'm looking back down on top of that stuff I've just got through showing you all the way up to now. From one end, hopefully I'm going to look down at the other. But their balls are down at the other end where it's all opened up. So there's a lot to see, a lot to try to understand, and a lot of the geological theory, which are theory, not fact, just aren't true when you really stop and think about it, do some critical thinking. And they just want to dismiss all this. They don't want, we've got it all figured out. No, you don't. Yeah, actually, you don't at all. I mean, look at these balls. Look how many of them are opened up, and why are they laying in this layer of a sedimentary deposit? No reason whatsoever for them to be there. None. So we're also going to be able to look back at where I'm standing up on top of this cliff, and you'll be able to see all this stuff. We're not sure what this stuff's all transitioned from into, or into from, whatever you want to say. This is sometimes really hard to figure out. But I know this is just not a sedimentary deposit that just happened with sediment all collecting, which is basically all sandstone. A lot of this stuff is sandstone, different coarsenesses of sandstone, real coarse, real fine. Some of it's 100% silicon dioxide, some it's not 100%, but the way it's transitioned or turned to stone, it's sometimes very hard to understand what's going on. You can see me, I'm standing up on top of there just to the right a little bit. That's how big this is. And so many layers to this, so many layers. I've realized now the big gray thick areas are bilipid membranes. And I know there's at least two of them here. And I found, I got the one up north. And you're going to see a whole bunch of layering and stuff in here. And they are not sedimentary layers. They are not. This is biology. This is absolutely biology. And those concretions prove there's something going on that they do not understand. They don't want to talk about it. They just want to dismiss it. Don't want to do any critical thinking. That's cool. But you don't have the truth. All you have is a bunch of BS, which is bad science. All right. So I think we're going to be leaving it there. Yeah, hello, how you doing? All right. I'm going to stop talking, just watch it to the end. Ain't that much left, so thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the evidence I was showing that this cannot be geological with the concretions laying there in a matting like that. They weren't formed someplace else and then showed up in a sedimentary deposit here. That's impossible. They've always been there 100% of the time.